to my channel. A new video today. It is a little bit different than my previous videos, but I have shared a few of my painting videos here with you guys. But today I'm going to be painting the Milky Way. I have a really nerdy side of me, okay? I just absolutely love astronomy, so yeah, today we're going to be painting it. I do have a reference photo, and I did take this photo right here from Big Sur, California. And the canvas I'm going to use is this huge canvas here. Huge. And it's only for like, I think 2 packs for like 50 something dollars, which is way more affordable than any craft store that I've seen. So I got 2 of them, so it's like 20 something dollars per canvas. And I wanted to share with you guys that I did paint this portrait as well, and I got it from the same company. They sent it to me. It's called Arteza, and it's been holding up perfectly. So today I'm going to be using the same exact thing because it's in the wrong. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is get some black paint and paint the entire thing black. Super simple, nothing fancy, just cover your... oh, I wanted to mention, remember to lay out the bottom of your canvas with liner or something, because when you paint, you don't want to stress about getting anything like damaged or messed up. So I just lay out like everything on the floor. Alright, so it is still a little bit, it's not completely dry yet, but that's okay. We're gonna make do. So I'm gonna take my blue now, and the way that my reference photo is, the Milky Way is kind of going like this. So I do want the bottom to be pretty much dark, so really I'm just gonna put the blue, let's see, no, I don't know, somewhere around here or so. Now I'm gonna outline the like sunset vibe. I'm going to go ahead and mix the blue with the yellow to make it a little bit more gradient. Right here. Close my curtains for like a second so you guys can see the colors. When it's too bright, you know, you guys can't see anything. Okay, to summarize kind of like what I did, because I was so freaking focused, was I painted the whole thing black. I used like a royal blue color, and it just kind of went over the entire thing up top. Depending on what reference you're using, the one I have right now is kind of like horizontal, so I'm going to use the blue up on top. And then I used like a yellow for the bottom to kind of like make a border, just because like where the picture I was looking at, I had like mountains. And then there was a little bit of light shining like behind the mountain, so I'm gonna use some yellow to give that contrast. And then the most important thing is to blend the blue with the yellow slightly, so it has like a slight little gradient effect. Doesn't have to be perfect at this point. You don't want too much of the yellow in your picture because that's not the focus. You really still want to keep the whole canvas pretty dark, because your Milky Way is the thing that's gonna get and capture all the light. I noticed that my picture that I'm looking at has quite a bit of orange actually. Kind of right here with the yellow. So I'm just going to add a little touch of orange. Now that it's completely dry, I'm going to start working on the Milky Way, the actual fun part of the video. I hope it's not too dark in here. I did close all my blinds and stuff so you guys don't have too much of a reflection. So I'm just going to be tapping some color. Does not have to be perfect. This is like your under base color, if you will. And I'm going to tap that all the way all over our Milky Way. Just like this. Now I'm going to go back to my base color over here, and I'm going to dab it a little bit just to make it a little bit less bright. Same brush that I used previously. I'm going to get some darker colors because it's quite bright, and that's okay. But I need it to be a little bit less. So I'm just going to go back in there and add some darkness back. I ended up adding a tiny bit of yellow over here, and I'm actually right now I'm going to add a little bit of orange as well. To give it a little bit more depth, a little bit of orange. I'm actually going to add a little bit of lavender because it's going to make it a little bit more highlighted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some white, and this is just like the same dirty brush that I've been using, and I want to make a more gradiented cloud. So I'm going to take a smidge of white, like just that much, and I'm going to dab it on the border of the Milky Way. And I'm kind of just tapping at the same time, kind of like making a circle motion, just to give the most subtle, realistic looking cloud I can possibly get. This part can be a little bit tricky just because it's so light-handed that you cannot overdo it. Now what I'm simply going to do is get a little tiny brush like this, and then I'm just going to make some highlights on the Milky Way, focusing really on this area right here. So taking a little bit of white, and I'm just going to dab it ever so gently on the canvas and kind of tapering it out and blending it in. Okay, so this part is totally optional, but what I'm going to do is I have this clear varnish, and I'm actually going to put a little dab pretty much all over the canvas, and using like a tiny little brush, just kind of like, it's clear so it's not going to transfer any color. I'm going to use this to act as a glue on all the areas that are white. And what that will do is I wanted to actually put a little bit of glitter on this painting. Like I said, totally optional. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'm just gonna like go at it just because I don't have so much of this glitter that is totally okay with me. But if you feel like you don't want to waste like this, then don't waste like this. So that's just a little bit glitter here. What I'm going to do next, and just get off the extra, this is going to be the fun part. So you're just going to take a regular brush like this, and you're just going to do this flicking motion directly onto your canvas to create the stars. And doing this will definitely give you that Milky Way effect. So you kind of have to keep on flicking until you get enough stars. So now that we got all our stars pretty much aligned, after you flick it, it's going to be pretty messy on the bottom, so you just want to take your black again and you just kind of want to go over it to cover back up all the stars that you created on the bottom by accident. Okay, so I was looking at it and there's something kind of off about it that I didn't really like. So what I did was I actually added more white. And all I did was get like a brush and kind of like go like this and scrub more white in, because I felt like it was almost not, it wasn't white enough. And so I'm adding a little bit more white, and obviously I'm gonna have to input a little bit more stars because I did wipe it away, but that's okay. I ended up just adding some trees on the bottom right there, and I'll go over how to do that because I'm not done just yet. But I see that when I'm looking at it from this angle, that side is way too skinny and so is that side. So I'm going to actually bring in a little bit more, I'm going to make it a little bit like thicker. So I'm actually going to make this part a little bit thicker right here. So what I did for the tree is I just simply used a brush that's pretty stiff, and all I did was tap, tap, and tap. That's all I did for the trees. So that is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time on my next one. Bye guys!